Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome, man. Welcome. Thank you for
Thank you.
taking the time for being here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's always good to hop on these streams. It's fun, especially
Awesome.
today.
Yeah, especially today, because like playtest, the doors are opening in 1 hour. So kind of like a warm up period to get people excited. So first of all, I want to just ask you, how are you feeling now? This is like, what is it, like second day of NDA being dropped? How has like the energy been, and like how are you taking everything in from what people are saying and speaking about the game and like stuff in general?
It's good. It's been wild. It's been crazy. Yeah, I think we're super happy about general sentiment from the game. Like endorsements on social have been amazing. You guys are all great sharing the news. We love the content. I think we were super happy with the press headlines as well. It takes a lot of work to get to this moment, but it does feel like a representation of what the current community is, and hopefully what the community will continue to be like. So yeah, we are all extremely excited, extremely, I wouldn't say nervous, I'll say anxious about what's about to happen today. But when it comes down to it, we make games for moments like this. Um, so yeah, so we're just happy to see people in game. A lot of the dev team will actually be playing today.
Oh, that's nice.
So a lot of the dev team will be playing. A lot of the dev team will be watching streams. So expect a lot of interaction from people that are a little bit more vocal. But yeah, it's great, man. A little tired, but
Understandable.
yeah, but the rest is good. We're happy.
Well, for the people that probably don't know you, what is your like day-to-day job in Theorycraft? What are you responsible for? What are you working on, for example, in this period of a week test? What do you need to check? What do you need to know is up to date and, keeping up the pace for, things coming later this year? Wink wink.
Yeah, so I lead influencer marketing and creators here at Theorycraft. So my day to day is basically talking with you guys, making sure you guys have everything you need to be able to do what you do best. Um, these past few weeks have been a lot of onboarding new creators. This is a big moment, so we wanted to show off the game to as many people as possible. So we hosted. You were there, but we hosted two big VIP playtests and onboarded. I believe it was almost 1,000 new creators. So it was pretty good. It was fun, a lot of work. So realistically, what that looks like is basically knocking at people's doors and trying to see if they want to come in and play the game. And like for the past year, I would say my role has been pretty much that in a way. There's a lot of other things that I do and that we do as a team in general, but what we've been trying to do is we've been trying to onboard more creators to the game. We value the feedback that creators have. We understand the importance that creators have as well in making a game successful or not. So a lot of the day to day has been that, and it's been tricky because there's never been real incentive for creators. It's like not everyone is like, oh, I really want to test a new game. I think the incentive is what's been happening this week, right? The biggest incentive for you guys is showing off this game to people, and then we can pair on other things like drops and giveaways and creator programs and sponsorships and tournaments, and there's a lot that goes into that. But first and foremost, I think the biggest thing and the most important thing was getting you all access to finally being able to talk about the game and show off the game. So things for the past few days have been crazy because now everyone gets the chance to do it, and now everyone wants to come in and play the game, which is great. It's been a crazy few days, but and it's going to be, I feel like, even crazier today and this week. But that's basically my day to day, working with you all and making sure that you guys have everything you need to be able to create content. And moving forward, it'll be rewarding those that are the most present in the community, the best advocates, the people that put in the time to make this game the next big game. So So it'll switch from getting people in to making sure that people stay in and rewarding those that are doing the most of the work. So yeah, a lot of fun things for sure.
Yeah, the great answer, man. One thing I want to touch on for that, you call yourself the man who's like knocking on the doors for people. I want to ask, like, how is it to be kind of a guy who is reaching out to people and trying to pitch them these kind of ideas? You know, a lot of people feel the stress about it's hard to reach out and ask questions for promoting their own stuff. How do you go about reaching out to people, basically?
Yeah, I think there was one thing at some point that we had talked about that was sort of a big struggle reaching out was, and this is like all transparent, it was that even when you see the game for the first time, you don't really understand how it plays and how it feels. And showing off how it plays and how it feels can only be done by actually playing it. You know what I mean? It's like this game at first glance will look like a MOBA, but does not play like a MOBA at all. It does not feel like a MOBA at all. So it's really difficult. It was really difficult sometimes to talk with league creators and tell them, hey, you got to check this out. This game's crazy. You're gonna really like it because it feels very familiar. It looks very familiar to them, and then they're like, well, why would I play this? This looks like very familiar to what I'm used to playing. So that was sort of the struggles in trying to convince people. I think what helped out is this team and what we've been doing for the past few months and showing people that we can work very quickly and that we can reiterate on the product and that we take feedback into consideration and that we do really care. I think that has helped out in getting more creators because a lot of my outreach is one thing, but I feel like a lot of the creators that are now part of this creator ecosystem that we've built out have been referred by other creators because of the work that we've done, right? So so that has been like a great blessing because it's like I can tell people that this game is the shit, but like I feel like there's more weight when it's like your friend that tells you the game is the shit
For
than the
sure.
person who works on it. So yeah, so it's been really good to have all of you involved in the process and showing off what we're capable of doing and then having that spread and have that word of mouth happen.
Yeah, that's great. So, like from your side, looking at all the creators and looking at the reach, how many people are watching this and getting into this, what kind of expectations do you or maybe like Theorycraft in general need to set when it comes to days like this when NDA is dropping, everybody can start to look and talk about the game? Do you guys have like metrics we need to reach a certain amount of people? Is it more about, okay, we'll see just how it goes? Or do you have any standards to see, okay, we need to be able to see this happening for us to be in a comfortable place, like, yeah, we're going in the right direction kind of thing?
Yeah, no, we definitely have we definitely have expectations and we definitely have high ambitions. I think it was very clear for everyone. We don't want this to be a next game. We want this to be the next competitive game, and that comes with very high standards and very high ambition. So yeah, we I mean, I won't tell you the numbers
Yeah.
that we set that I set up for what we think is success, but it is very high. I think we need to be realistic in a sense where this game is still in alpha, right? This is not an open beta. Not everyone has access to the game, so we need to sort of measure based off of that as well. Like if everyone had access to the game, we would set probably higher milestones, but yeah, we have high ambitions. You know, there's a lot of creators that we've talked to that that are potentially going to be hopping in this week, and you guys will see some of that happen if it happens. But we're just happy that you all have access to the game right now and that you all can play test this game. I think our strategy for creators has always been grassroots, right? We want to build this out. I would almost rather, and this I don't want to shoot myself in the foot saying this, but I would almost rather have someone become the next big creator, right? That's that I in at least in my role, sort of the most satisfying thing is taking someone who is very ambitious, who puts in all of the hard work and potentially becomes the next big creator. That would be like the best scenario for me. So we need to work with the biggest of creators to make this game the next big thing. But ultimately, it's like it starts from this grassroots army that we've built out in the past year. So so all of that to say, you know, very high ambitions. We're going to be monitoring how things go for sure, but realistically, we're just happy to put this out in the wild.
Sounds like we need to hope that we get a proud dad rated to see his kids growing up, you know, getting through the content and such. Well, awesome. Yeah, I want to get more, you know, into the game. That is the next thing. Playtests are starting in like what is it, 45 minutes? Now I want to hear from you. Like your favorite character, we all know it's Kingpin, but not everybody knows it's Kingpin. Do you have like a secondary and a third character you play? Are you like mostly just one freaking Kingpin? And the follow-up question to that is basically, what are you looking to do today? Like, what do you want to achieve? Are you looking to just get the highlight play, or are you just enjoying some games with the devs, having a blast, meeting new people in the game?
Yeah, I'll start off with that question. I'm going to be working.
Are you going to be working? Are you not playing?
Yeah, I think I mean, there's a lot of people that want access to this game right now. So my job is to try to get everyone into the game and streaming this game. I think that's the biggest part. If I can hop in, you might see me log in and hop into a queue or two. But yeah, I think the majority of my time is going to be spent at least in the next few days getting as many people into the game as possible and enjoying the game, because ultimately that's what we want. We want people to experience it for the first time and then talk about it with their friends. To go back to your other question around hunters, I mean, I've been really enjoying Flow. It's like a completely different play style.
Seth.
Yes, Zeph. I have a hard time. I'm gonna be calling this game Project Loki for the next few months. But yeah, I really enjoy Zeph. I really enjoy Shiv. And I really enjoy Bishop as well. Those are sort of my main characters at the moment. Yeah, I'm just wishing for Kingpin to get grounding over Abyss back. I've been pushing that to the team, but yeah, those are sort of my bread and butters. I really enjoy those characters.
So are you more like on the side, since you're more working mostly with the creators? So you're the proud dad on the creator side, like, you know, hopefully trying to get people to grow up and then make this game great through the content. And then on the other side, you're like the little kid to mom and dad, like, hi, can we do this? Like, I have this funny idea, like hitting up on the door. Can we please?
Yeah, it's I guess it's like the upside of working in this smaller team. Like that's like the great thing about this. I think a lot of us, I mean, Joe has said this numerous times. We sort of left like these bigger corporations and AAA studios to come here because everyone sort of wanted a little bit more ownership and a little bit more agency. And what's fun about that is when you're a small team, everyone is sort of involved in a lot of things. You know this, but we playtest the game every single day. There's new changes that happen in the game every single day, and we give input to those changes every single day. So whenever there's something that you're not sure about, that you don't feel, you can talk to the person that makes those changes and I wouldn't say try to convince them, but at least explain them your point of view and why you feel like those changes are really good, or why do you feel like those changes don't necessarily resonate a lot with you. And that's been like really great, because in other companies, if you do marketing, you do marketing. If you do game design, you do game design. And I'm not saying I program stuff here. I don't program stuff, but it is a really good team effort, and it's really amazing to be involved in all of these little things, even though you're not necessarily like directly doing those things.
Yeah, I think it's a funny thing to touch on, you know, the thing about feedback. You guys are still in alpha. You guys said that beta will be coming later this year, and then there will be a lot of, like, maybe not big changes, but stuff will change and things will develop. How do you go about people's feedback in general? Do you have any tips about how can people give the best possible feedback for you guys to be able to listen to it and take it further into a new step. It's not all about, I hate this kind of thing, do something, or more so, how can everybody help give you guys ideas or the right way of giving feedback, if that makes sense?
Yeah, great question. I think opening up, lifting our NDA, opening up the content embargo allows us to get feedback at a larger scale. Like playtests have been great. We normally collect feedback through surveys and through Discord and through DMs. But now what this does is that it gives a whole new level of feedback and a lot more public feedback. And I think that our team is so involved in looking into the different feedback that players have, that people are going to be scouting different videos. They're going to be looking at Discord. They're going to be finding feedback a little bit everywhere. So I think the best way for creators, it's like, be vocal, like talk about things that you like, talk about things that you don't like, and come with like explanations, right? Because it's one thing to say, oh, this really sucks. And it's another thing to say like why you don't enjoy it. Because I think the strengths of our team are really like the way that the team has gathered feedback and has talked about things that players don't like. Like I don't remember who. I think it was DJ yesterday mentioned like he was talking with JMO around like, oh yeah, like I don't like this, or I really like this, and JMO's first thoughts were like, well, what would you like? What's like, what I think the team is like very, very interested in finding out the reasons why some of the things that are not well received or well received are being received that way. So I think the team is going to be still the same. We're still going to be open to all the feedback that's coming in. It's just going to be coming in at a much larger scale. So yeah, I think the team is going to do the job in gathering that feedback. But I think best thing possible for creators, at least, is like be vocal. Even for the audience, be vocal. Talk about it on Twitter. What do you like? What do you don't like? Why? What's the reason? So that we can make the best game possible. Because ultimately, we've always said this, but we just want to make a killer game. That's all that matters right now. And to do that, we really need player feedback, and it's the reason why we lifted the NDA. It's to get this player feedback.
Awesome, that's a great answer. I also have some questions from the community. Some may be good, some may be bad, some may be meme. And the first one I want to go on with is that we all saw the tweets about Skibidi and Riz. What happened in that meeting? Like, what the hell happened in that meeting that you guys ended up making those titles? We need to know.
I don't know. Maybe that was Caffeine Joe speaking. I don't remember the exact context, but it was in a morning meeting just before playtesting. I actually think we were talking about creators. I think, and that just came out of Joe's mouth. But yeah, our Spencer, our social media guy, got on that real quick. But it was funny. Yeah, it's sort of out of character, so it was funny to see Joe say something like that.
Oh, that was great. That was fun. Awesome. A question, yes, about skins, actually. We love skins. The community loves skins. A question I got from the Dolphin. Dear Rated, why are there 2 KP skins, but no Jewel skins? This is clearly a war crime.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many more KP skins than 2.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, so much more. I think KP has the most skins at the moment. Not a spoiler, but
can you say how many?
No, but a few. Jewel has some skins in the pipeline. I think it all depends, because KP has always has been locked for much more time, right? So for Jewel, it's just Jewel is just in a different process in terms of development, but the team's working on a lot of things, and you guys will hopefully see those things in the next few playtests as well. But
Okay, safe
yeah,
answer, fair. I get it. It's fine. You know?
I have to keep it safe on a few things.
Yeah, understandable. But now I want to creative sounds. I actually like this next question. It's from Kirby. Theorycraft, if you could create a new character, what would you want them to be? This can be like appearance, playstyle, or specific abilities. Have you had like a presentation? Dear dev team, I have this hunter. We need to make this. What would it kind of be?
I haven't done that yet. I've been part of one Freaky Week, but we had a lot of marketing work to do, so I didn't actually get to do anything that was freaky. It was just normal work. But I have a game mode that I want to pitch. But for a hunter, I think I'd really like a hard engage, like a Malphite. I think like that would be really fun. I also think I'd want like a really hard disengage character. I don't know like what, but something to compete with some of the controllers in the game. I think giving a character like freeze, like an anti-freeze basically would be really cool. But I think like I'd really enjoy a hard engage, really big bruiser that has like really low damage. Because I think like our current roster, you think of like Oath or Kingpin, but realistically, Kingpin isn't that tanky. I think Kingpin is like a. I think at least I play Kingpin a lot more like a support character in the way where I just try to position myself in a good way and then just get a pick, right? And I think Oath is the tankier character, but also has high input if they land like really good combos. So I would like to see like a super high health character with engage opportunities, but with really low damage.
That makes a lot of sense. I like that idea. We need to pitch that harder. We need the people to preach about like super tanky engage character. I think that would be a lot of fun actually.
I'd really like a high output mage as well. So that I'd really love.
I want to see more controllers.
Maybe that's in the pipeline. Yeah. Maybe that's in the pipeline.
People like sitting here taking notes like, what is Rated saying? What can we confirm? Not confirm. Awesome. Okay, another question. Yeah, okay. Well, this is a fun one, actually. We know you guys are focused on the casual side right now. This is from Moonlit Battlegrounds. And also, like, I love this. It's more on the competitive question side. But when you start looking at competitive stuff, what do you need to see to consider competitive Supervive worth the investment? Like, what do you want to see from the community or creators to kind of see, like, maybe competitive can be a cool aspect in Supervive?
We want to see if the community wants it. And right now we're seeing that, yeah, community wants it, but how much do they want it? So I think a lot of what I've been telling some people that have gotten back to me about tournaments and stuff is get it ready, get it done, and then we'll make it happen. It goes back to what I was saying earlier of like the only thing that matters at the moment is making sure the game is good, right? So since we're a small team, focusing on esports does not make sense in a world where the game is not finished, right? We want to make sure the game is as good as possible before we do anything else. So that will always be the first prio. But we do understand that this game does have the components of potentially being a really cool esports title. So I think that will come with time. I think it'll come with who we see shows up. I think it'll come with the different orgs that we end up talking to and how involved they want to be. There's a lot that goes into esports in terms of logistics, contracts. There's a lot that goes into it. So we need to be mindful of that. But ultimately, it's like we're going to give we're going to give the players what they want. So if esports is something that the community ends up wanting and we think that we've made the game for it, then we'll go ahead and do that. But I think first and foremost right now it's like, yeah, get shit done and we'll make it happen is like the motto that we've sort of taken. So, you know, there's people in my DMs and we're trying to work we're trying to work on some things, but ultimately it's yeah. Let's build a great game and let's see what happens after.
Awesome. Yeah, I like that. Now, bringing it back, we looked forward now, but back, gotta bring some stuff from behind the scenes forward. I want to hear, what is your kind of favorite Supervive meme that you've seen from earlier days that you want people to know about? Like, what is a meme that sticks out to you that people need to know about?
I think my favorite one is Stevenator. I think
That is the...
I think the most prominent one is Hogs Can't Lose, right? But I think Stevenator going after journalists in a private setting is one that will stick with me. Like especially after we tell everyone to not go crazy. It ended up being fine, right? I think like a lot of the media really enjoyed playing with all of you, so it ended up being good. But we definitely shared a lot of those Steve memes in our private Slack. So yeah, so that was pretty funny. I think that's a good one for sure.
I like that. Shout out to Stevenator, the media killer. That's great. Now, a little bit outside, you might not, want to go too much into it, but like outside of Super Bowl, I want to chill it down a little. What is your like kind of go to relax game? When you have had a hectic day working on Supervive for hours and hours, talking with people, do you like have like a side game that you like to hop on and then just completely relax, chill out?
You know what I really enjoyed? I really enjoyed Dave the Diver when that came out. That was like one of the games that I really enjoyed, and I could just play and zone out a little bit. But right now, the only thing the only thing I want to play is this game. Super biased, but it really is. I think this game brings something new. So that's the only game I really wanna play. And my friends, my real friends, have not played the game yet. They've all waited for a bigger moment to start playing. So I'm excited to play with them.
Is this the big moment to get them in, though? Or are they waiting even longer?
No, they're gonna come in this week. Yeah, they're gonna come in this week and play. So that's one of the games that I just enjoy playing the most. But other than that, it's like just playing games that my friends play. Like hop into games, whatever they're playing. If they're playing actually, yeah, I really enjoyed X Defiant. I don't know how that's doing. I haven't checked up on it, but I really enjoyed X Defiant. I thought it was a cool new touch at an arcade shooter. So really like that game. I don't have a lot of time, man. These past few weeks have been crazy. So honestly, I like to chill out in other ways. I like to play golf or just relax outside or something. Close my phone and not be bothered for a little bit. But yeah, when I am playing, I think the best thing I want to play right now is Supervive. And again, it's a testament to this team and what we've built. So I'll say Supervive. But Dave the Diver, close second.
Good shout out to Dave the Diver. That's great. Yeah. Awesome. Like don't want to take too much of your time. I know you have a lot of work. I really appreciate you taking the time. So I want to start rounding it up and want to hear, is there anything you want to just bring out to the community, talk about that you have on your heart that you feel is important to just say,
Yeah, spread the word. I think that's the most important thing right now. It's like I don't know if it shows so far, but for those who have played in the past and who have been part of this community, you guys know how much we appreciate the feedback and how much we take it into consideration and how involved we are in the whole process. So hopefully we're able to transmit some of that passion to new people that are going to be coming in and testing out the game for the first time. So yeah, spread the word, good or bad. If you don't like things, tell us. It's super important to tell us. Don't be shy. It's not going to hurt anyone's feelings. We're all used to this. Everyone is very senior on the team. We're used to seeing the negative comments. So if they're positive, they're positive. Those too. But if you do have negative comments, please tell us. It's very important for us to make this the next big game. And I think it's the next thing is stay tuned. There's a lot coming. For creators, there's a lot coming. There's a lot coming for the audience as well. We're very excited to announce some of the things that we're going to be announcing in the next few months. So yeah, stay tuned, play the game, talk about it with your friends, share your referral codes, get more people inside. I think that's the biggest thing that I'd say, and just enjoy it. It's going to be a lot at first, but thankfully all of the creators that are currently playing the game are going to be able to explain it to the audience, because I think this game is a lot at first glance. So you know, go into a game be open-minded and tell us what you think about the game, and that's really all that we can wish for at the moment.
Thank you so much, man. That was great.
I appreciate you having me. My DMs were flooded during this, video. So I'm gonna go back to my DMs. But thank you so much to everyone. Thank you, you Tom, for being part of this community, and thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you see a lot of great stuff from the community, and hopefully I will catch you in a lobby later this week.
Hopefully. All right. See you soon, Tom. Bye-bye.
See you, man.